Hey, what's up, everybody? This is an episode of ExtraNormal Podcast. My name is the Doomslayer, Top Hat Terry. Where's my top hat? Where's my top hat? This is already a disaster. Top Hat Terry here. Alongside me is my wife, Brianna. Hey, Brianna, what's up?
Leaping leprechauns. It's St. Patty's Day.
So fucking rehearsed. At least mine was a shit show. At least it was a train wreck you could watch. And alongside us, or in the middle of us, somehow in the middle of us, like a dirty three-way, is Perry. How's it going, Perry?
Good. How are you guys?
He's got his green on.
He's got green.
Yeah. You're festive.
You looking for leprechauns
are you
behind
part Irish?
I could be.
Go right.
Oh, then we're gonna. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
for another podcast.
That's another thing.
Put the damn hat on.
I'm not okay. Can we talk about this first?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this.
Let's talk about it now.
Okay,
right now.
For everybody watching, listening, I was telling this asshole that I'm married to that he needs a gimmick. And he, when we first were dating, and Perry could back me up on this. He had his own original style. He had mohawk, his piercings, and he was just in his tight skinny jeans. And now he's frumpy dad.
Frumpy Dad King.
And I was like, come on, you got your own podcast.
Yeah, but
you had your gimmick. Put on a fucking top hat. And he's
why
like,
is the gimmick a top hat?
I spent $70 on this fucking top hat, and you look so hot.
$69 too much.
And I feel like
nobody ever, unless you're at a weird steampunk fair, nobody ever says that person looks hot in a top hat.
I just did.
Except Abe Lincoln, maybe. That guy looks fine.
Why would I say that if I didn't mean it?
I don't know. What's up, Perry?
Hey, nothing. Let's get started.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
Okay, go ahead, Perry. What are we going to be talking about today?
We're talking about leprechauns.
Oh, he did do.
I sent him a message. I sent him a message 20 minutes before.
Oh.
Did you do all your research 20 minutes before? Do you know about leprechauns?
Pretty much 20 minutes before. Yeah.
It's really all you need for leprechauns.
And then I started to get it. I got sidetracked because I started watching a SNL skit on leprechauns, and then
how was it?
It wasn't good.
Of course it wasn't, because SNL is universally not that great. It's really not.
Comedy.
Well, before we get straight into leprechauns, should we kind of talk about?
No, can I talk about something else right now?
Only if you put the top hat on. Fulfill the 20-year-old Brianna's dreams, please.
Geez. Okay, here we go.
If you want sex tonight, wear the top hat.
That is maybe the most poetic sentence I've ever heard. If you want sex tonight, wear the top hat. Never since 1865 has anybody said that. You mentioned diabetes earlier, and I wanted to bring up a story that I heard that I had to bring up because I'm going to get sidetracked. Because leprechauns, who the fuck cares?
What are you dropping on
the top hat? Your $70 fucking top hat.
You know what?
What?
Whenever I make noises,
so a man was announcing a high school basketball game, and he
cups,
dropped the N-bomb, and he blamed it on diabetes.
And go like this, he gets mad at me, but he could be fucking flopping hats around. Go ahead.
Flopping hats.
With your stupid story.
Did you hear about that story, though? I told you about that story.
No, it's probably not stupid. Okay, go ahead.
It's not stupid, because there was a high school, he was the typical, I don't know how typical high school. They all seem a little creepy, the high school basketball announcers. Not even I'm broadcasting a college basketball game. He was a high school basketball announcer, and apparently he dropped the N-bomb in the middle of a game, in the middle of a high school basketball game. And you know what he did? You know what he said the reason was? His diabetes. Diabetes.
I'm laughing because of the way you say diabetes, not because of his actions.
Yeah, don't laugh at my fucking
ridiculous.
It's awful. So would you?
There's no. I'm
so
sorry. There's also been I've been out with friends that were belligerently blackout. I don't care how blackout drunk you are. There's no blackout that would ever make those words come out of my mouth. So I feel regardless, whatever state of maybe he was going to pass out or whatever because his blood sugar was low.
Is that your last phrase before you pass out?
No, I still, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So no, he intentionally said that.
What would it take? So what if I became a creepy old basketball high school announcer and I did that and I blamed it on my diabetes? What would you do? Would you believe me?
No.
Good.
Okay.
Perry, do you think you could ever on low blood sugar? You think you could ever say something awful?
No.
Okay.
Who gives a shit?
He says that. He says that on regular blood sugar. Why does it need to be low?
I got the blood sugars. All right, let's talk about leprechauns.
First, I would like to. We have some live Irish people. Well, Megan is the only one that I know that's Irish.
I'm Irish.
I know Alyssa's majority Italian.
As much as
she might have some Irish in her. But
okay.
Regardless, St. Patrick. I was like, why do they call it St. Patrick's Day?
We're getting into like book report history of St. Patty's Day.
Well, we knew he was a saint.
We all knew he was a saint.
It was actually the day he died, and that's why they named this day after him. And it didn't really become like a thing until like the 1970s.
Okay. What about leprechauns, though?
So, yeah. Fun fact, wanted to throw that out there. So, who wants to take it away with Leprechaun? Shit.
I watched Leprechaun the movie today. That was
because that's very accurate.
One of my favorite parts of that movie is that they couldn't defeat this dude. Like the little person, Dionne Warwick, was like he was foiling him every second and jumping on him with pogo sticks and shit. The way they foiled him is they kept throwing shoes at the dirt.
Yeah,
at him.
those shoes.
He had to clean. He's like, oh shit, here's another one.
Leprechauns are shoemakers.
That's
very good,
Perry. Good job, Perry.
Yes.
Wow, crack research team.
Look, he's looking at his notes right now. I see
Leprechauns where
I'm looking if I'm Irish or not.
Oh my god! Do your 23andMe.
Did you like an Ancestry.com or something or 23andMe?
No, my sister did, so I'm just going off of this.
Okay.
Did you know also if you do it, different things can pop up that's not on hers, which is really cool.
That's why I'm just
piggyback off your sister.
100 credit though.
Anyways, the leprechauns are traced back to the 8th century.
Oh.
They are known as a certain type of fairy, as we know, not with wings, which would make them even more ridiculous.
If you make a fucking Red Bull joke. You make a fucking
no, that's all in your head.
That's all in my head. Shitty Red Bull jokes.
They first appeared in folklore stories as like a water spirit. So that's one of the folklores. Also, when I was doing some research, it also had mentioned that they might have been named after a god. Which his name, like the way that's spelled is Lug.
Leprechauns weren't named after a fucking god.
But what kind of shitty god? Like
the god of
luck.
shoemaking?
Luck
was
his name.
Well, maybe.
And that's kind of like where, lucky and that whole
lucky
thing kind of derived off of that. Did you guys know that the 4-leaf clover is the only weakness to the leprechaun?
I learned that from the movie Leprechaun.
Oh my God. But you know what's
true. Shoes and clovers. That's what I learned. I learned.
I was watching a lot of YouTube,
and they're very solitary.
I did a lot of YouTube viewing on like banshees and shit. To be honest, I got distracted by and they had this other Irish thing, and we'll get back to leprechauns in a second. But they had this.
Did you say leprechauns?
Leprechauns. What is it? The Felp? Perry, can you look up the doppelgangers for fucking fairies? Hold on. Fetch. The Fetch. There's a creature called the Fetch, right? In Ireland, it's one of those, and if you see someone who looks almost exactly like you'll
die.
That means you're gonna fucking die. Like it ain't twin, it ain't a Long Lost twin. This ain't no like Danny DeVito, Arnold Schwarzenegger shit. Like you're gonna die.
No, but then also they don't fucking look like each other anyway, so that wouldn't even be like.
Wait. What was the premise of that movie,
Twins?
Were
they twins?
They were twins, but they weren't like, the whole fucking, most of the premise of 90s movies were flawed because the whole premise, I think, of that movie was like,
I had a client
we're
that
twins,
had twins,
but we don't look like twins because we're Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, I had a client, and she told me that one of her sons was like very like tall and very good looking, and then his twin brother
real Arnold Schwarzenegger
was really skinny and like frail and like short.
Was it the inspiration for that movie?
And I guess he really got into drugs and stuff like that because.
Oh, you made it sad.
Probably want to look like his brother.
Okay. The ugly one got into drugs? Ooh.
Yeah. No bueno.
No bueno.
But you know what's interesting? to me about the whole going back to leprechauns, getting back on track here. I find it so the whole idea that their weakness is the 4-leaf clover. Saint Patrick, he actually brought in like for like the Holy Trinity. His thing was
3 because he's like, hey guys, look at this shit.
But because like some people would say that leprechauns, they're evil, they're always up to mischief.
They're more like tricksters, right? They're more like just like annoying.
They remind me of the jinn. They remind me of in other cultures, like pretty much they do. There's stories about them being doppelgangers. What?
You'll notice a recurring thing. She brings up these
extraterrestrials.
These extraterrestrials called the jinn. They were like genies back in the day, and Anunnaki are like your greatest hits.
Don't forget Egypt. Anyways, but like, so I definitely saw a parallel between the two, and I thought, well, so many people say they don't see leprechauns, they live in caves. Well, I feel like there's a lot of extraterrestrials that also did the same thing, and maybe they go through these caves to enter their other realm.
Okay, but let's clear the table before we keep going further. I need to know on record. I think I know how Perry believes.
Yes, they exist.
Oh, there we go.
Do they exist, Perry?
Do leprechauns really exist, Perry? Be honest. Only in our dreams.
What? Just because you've never seen one?
Yeah, you've never seen one. You really believe leprechauns exist? Like in the form of like Lucky Charms? No offense.
We all know that's
no
not
offense. Oh yeah, that's not
accurate.
how they're a little more.
Well,
yeah, they actually wore red.
What were you going to say, Perry?
I feel like the Lucky Charms is the most
realistic,
accurate version of a leprechaun.
Yeah.
Why?
Rainbows and
that's because you live in America.
Dirty America.
Yeah. Americans fucked it up.
Would you rather be like, if you were to have to choose like your fucking fairy dumb, would you rather be like an evil fairy where you got like more powers and you were like, you could fuck shit up, or would you rather be like a trickster fairy, like a leprechaun?
I wouldn't want to be evil.
I think I'd rather be like a trickster one.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun to just fuck with people. Like steal their shoes and shine them up? Or what do they do? What do leprechauns do? What do they do besides shining shoes?
They turn the heat up on your stove and let your food boil over. They ride your dogs and your animals.
They try to drown you and then.
What?
Would you like to get into that story? Did you hear that story when you're doing
that's
research?
Not trickster. When you try to drown someone, you officially went over from tricks.
They did. That's right.
To fucking.
Did you hear all the details of that one?
They're pulling some like a king or something into the ocean.
Oh, is that the sucking titty story?
That's it.
Oh, let's hear about that.
So, where do I have?
So wait, he sucked on his boob and tried to drown. Okay, go ahead. I'll let you go.
Okay, so
well, I want to know what happened first.
King Fergus was trying to enjoy a nice day at the beach, and he fell asleep. And while he was sleeping, he was
with the girl,
with the lady friend.
I don't want to like bring it down, but
unwilling lady friend.
But St. Patrick was also a slave too. He was taken to Ireland out of his will.
I saw that.
So, fuck you, Irish people and your slaves.
Okay.
I'm saying that because he's Irish. So I'm messing around.
Because the Romans have a real good track record with that bad boy. Let's
not go there. Anyways, so
got weird. Got real weird.
He wakes up being pulled into the water, and 3 leprechauns
I don't know why I find this
grab him. And then once the king like wakes up and he's like, what's going on? He grabs them and like he's threatening to kill them. And they're like, pleading for their life. They're like, we'll give you a wish, whatever you want. And so
I'm just imagining 3 leprechauns and one leprechaun comes up with the idea of sucking on the man's boob. He's like, no, we should suck on his boob. And the other guys are like, no, why would we do that, Dan? He's like, no, we should totally suck on his boob. Let's do it. Like, One leprechaun was clearly
we're getting there. We're gonna get there.
One had ulterior motives. I'm just saying.
So, anyways, he grants the wish, which is the king wants to be able to breathe underwater. Which I think is if I had wishes, I couldn't just like that's an actually really good wish. That's a
sneaky good wish.
Yeah, I'm like I kind of would want to wish.
You got 3 wishes. That's like a solid first, second. Yeah. Oh, that's
so they
good
do their
wish.
little magic, and there's a couple.
Great job,
there's a
Fergus.
couple different stories in folklore that one says they put some kind of like turban over his head, and then that gave him the ability to swim underwater and be able to breathe. And then another one says that they put like herbs in his ear, and then that made him whatever. Doesn't matter.
Old folklore.
So they do that, and
No offense to old folklore.
all of a sudden they start sucking on
Was this
the
underwater?
king's titties.
This is romantic.
Sucking on my titty like you wanna be calling me all the time.
Nobody knows that song
So-
anymore. What? That's like
sorry,
super
you don't.
romantic. That's kind of
No, and the king's like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "This is the way we show."
no, believe us. This is how we do it. Don't ask questions. Don't. It just needs to be done. Sorry.
This is the way we ask for pity. Is basically why they do that.
They ask for pity by doing that.
Yeah, it's I guess
Or they
you
really
know
try to see what they can
degrading.
get away with.
You know,
I can relate. Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out.
okay. Anyways,
Oh, laddie. Okay.
I was gonna save that for later, but there you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, anyways.
Wow.
So all
Wow.
over England, there are England. Sorry. Well, kind
Oh,
of.
whoa.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsies.
All over Ireland, there are I guess 4 different types. Where the hell did I put those notes? Put them somewhere. There's 4 different types. Oh, here they are. Of leprechauns. And their names are kind of hysterical. I don't know if you looked this up, Perry, but it was pretty funny. The names sound like dinosaur names to me. There's the Luricon, the Claricon, the Logormain, and the Lugarodon. They sound like fucking dinosaurs.
Lugarodon sounds like an action hero. That sounds rad. Lugarodon.
And they all look similar. By some of the descriptions to me, they looked more like
Didn't someone say they look like an old dirty Santa?
some of them, but some of them also resembled gnomes. Like they had the very pointy hats, and they'd wear them off to the side. And yeah,
Cool. There's a lot of that type of thing going on back then. Like a lot of Hobbit-esque creatures that float around,
Yeah.
especially Europe. Europe was all about the Hobbit type creatures.
yeah.
They were all about it. Little fairies and little gnomes, little leprechauns.
Cool. What do you have to say about all this?
You honestly, can I be honest with you? Can we have a moment of clarity and honesty?
What?
I got super distracted by all the other Irish stuff, like banshees, and it seemed like Ireland was very much about everything's coming to kill you. They're either gonna fucking suck on your boobs, or they're gonna murder you. Is a lot of Irish folklore.
Well, why don't we talk about so?
I was trying to figure out this technical issue. I mean, this is big stuff.
So one of my
how do we even get Perry in the middle?
With all joking
that's
aside
crazy.
about the Irish, I genuinely
Why is
feel
my hair
bad.
like that? It's the hat. You ruined my hair with the hat.
it's because of that. With all joking aside, for all of our Irish people listening, or just anybody in general, I had a client a long time ago that came to the States, and I mean, when I say Irish, full on beautiful accent, and she actually was a celebrity known in the UK.
Name drop.
In one of the Girls Aloud band group. And
It
so
was
she,
Scary Spice.
so she, so
Sorry.
stupid. So she wanted to kind of set the record straight, because there's just the green, and where leprechauns don't even wear green in their folklore. So they wore red and white pants. And so she wanted to open a pub here that was like accurately Irish. And she's like, there's not an ounce of green in our pub. It's very authentic. It's not the typical stuff that you would see here in America. And she's just, because it's offending when you think about it.
The whole American St. Patty's Day thing is so obnoxious. It's just a
drunk
obnoxious.
fest.
It's all shiny
literally all
green
it is.
shit, and it's a drunk fest. And leprechauns are super offensive. Like I was looking, I posted a story. I was looking for Irish food on Grubhub today, and literally the first 10 hits were all fucking liquor stores. So, I mean, that's like our view. That's legit our view of the Irish.
Well, I mean,
people.
in the
Like,
folklore, it talks about the leprechauns being alcoholics on top of it. But it's just like, well,
Fun little alcoholics.
why would you differentiate that like with like Irish people? You know, like
why would you associate it with them?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't because it's well. I think that one of the things I saw is like they thought Irish people were like people like in America. And no surprise that people are like Americans who are fairly well established here are always reluctant of immigrants. And there was one time where the Irish were the immigrants, like Irish and Italians were a big majority of the immigrants coming in, and so they had a lot of fucking flack, like hey, you know, like we don't want Irish people here, and so to like brush up their image a little bit, they came up with a fun little drunk called a leprechaun. Like they hammed up one of their old myths, like, hey, look at this guy, isn't he fun? Like you could take him to a party, he'll get a little too drunk and he'll rave about gold or whatever. Yeah. Is that true? Is the whole gold thing true with leprechauns? Did they love gold?
Yeah,
they did.
And supposedly, I have a story here.
bastards.
Where did I put my notes? I'm just a mess.
She's a very note person, Perry. She's got pages.
Anyways, I want to just point out the date, and I don't know where I put it.
Why do you want to point out the date?
They had
Nobody's going to cross-check you on the date. Nobody.
Here it is.
1655.
In 1989.
Oh, that's close.
A small suit and hat was discovered with small bones surrounded by gold.
So someone planted a small suit and hat, and
you can
dumb little children's
I'm sure
museum problem. Was it for a children's museum? Did it end up in a children's museum? Please tell me whether it did or not. Answer the question.
I don't know. I was just so excited.
In America, someone found that?
No, in Ireland.
Yeah, that guy's making that up.
It might have been that guy.
For tourism.
It might have been the guy we were watching that video. Remember he?
Can we pull up that video? We were watching a guy who was convinced. Okay, out of all, like, we've done a lot of crackpot research. And out of all of this, I think these research videos produce some of my favorites. Like, there was a guy who legit said it high as fuck, and he was saying that he saw, like, a leprechaun in a cave.
Oh, you're talking about that guy. I was talking about the other guy. So there's a guy that has, like, he makes, like, outfits for, and he made this, like, whole little place for the leprechauns to come and hang out, and he leaves offerings and things for him, and then he had like a lady came to do some research from like a newspaper. And he was like, oh, if you put this hat on, you might hear the leprechauns. And so she puts the hat on.
She's like, nothing.
And she's just standing there awkward, and she like kind of looks at the camera, and she's just like, and he's like, do you hear? And he's like, well, let me take it off and put it back on. She still didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, he tried to adjust the hat. Like, that would make any fucking difference.
The leprechauns would come.
Like, oh, yeah. Oh, but the leprechauns are like, oh, the hat's a little off. We're not going to come out yet because the hat's a little... it doesn't look right. So stupid. Perry, what little people do you think? Do you think any little people actually exist? Like, I shouldn't say... mythical little people. Do you think any mythical little people... Do you think fairies are real?
And gnomes?
No.
God damn it. I was hoping you'd say gnomes. I'm hoping that you're going to be like the
gnomes,
ultimate skeptic and not believe about anything except for like gnomes. Okay. Like you'd be like passionate about gnomes being real or something. Me being very into extraterrestrials, there's like so many different origins, and there is an origin, I forget the name. I will, when this is up, we can maybe drop the name of give the extraterrestrial a shout out. So wait, there's an ET theory that gnomes
they're
are
trolls. Like... They're trolls, but when you think of the troll family, I think of leprechauns. About the troll family. I think of gnomes.
Okay.
I think of like what you're saying.
Bridge trolls.
What are they?
Subway trolls.
No, they're hairy feet guys.
Sky trolls.
The one from
Mountain trolls.
The movie from Lord
Road
of the Rings.
trolls.
What are they called?
Office trolls.
Lord of the Rings.
Plane trolls.
Oh my God. Anyways.
Fancy trolls.
No, but like there is this type of being that's supposed to live underground and in caves. And so like I kind of.
Like now? Like they're supposed to be like.
They're extraterrestrials, yeah.
That are living in caves now?
Yeah.
Like right now?
Yes.
Like they might be listening?
Yes. And they have been seen. We could talk about it for our next episode if you
God damn it.
I don't know how much research is on it, but that's the thing. Like, I mean, if a leprechaun, when you think of a leprechaun, like, if there's beings living on this world other than us that have these mystical powers, they have to be from another realm.
If they're
okay,
if they're like if they're magical and they're like disappearing and reappearing and all that shit, I mean, you would have to imagine that they were just like, you think they were just like aliens who dressed like old timey Santa Claus? And they showed up and just stole gold.
Now you're being offensive.
What?
Because you have a fucking beard.
I'm sorry, leprechauns.
And it's turning gray. So eventually it could be white. So people could say you look like fucking Santa Claus too. See, I'm very protective of our extraterrestrial beings. Leprechauns are also known to be able to make themselves see-through, like we're, so they could be in the room with us right now, and you're being offensive. Because I believe they exist.
Tonight, Chris.
I mean, what if I got, that would be pretty nice to be taken away by a leprechaun.
They're going to suck on your titties tonight, Chris.
Oh, they're going to give me a fancy hat, take me underwater. Oh, I'm telling you. You could have one of them like the 50 Shades of Grey novels based on that. You could call it 3 wishes. 3 clovers, 3-way clover.
Oh my God.
I'll think of it. I'll work it out. Don't worry about it. Let me know, Perry, if you come up with a good title for.
I'm thinking of one.
If you come up with a clever title for 3 leprechauns fucking a king. Maybe that's just the title. 3 leprechauns fucking a ting. 3
leprechauns.
There's
and 1
also,
clover.
I don't know.
Little man, take my crown.
I'm about to leave. I'm just saying.
That's it. Here's the real question.
No. Can we get back to the subject?
I think they're one of the real. Can we have a wager? I think I'm the only one who's going to wager on this. What's going to happen first? Is it either you're going to leave because you're tired of our bullshit sides, or is Perry going to walk out because he's tired of all the batshit theories? Which one's going to happen first?
Probably me.
You think you're going to walk away?
But I just want to talk more about leprechauns because
I'll talk more.
You know
about
what?
leprechauns.
He's the asshole that wanted to talk about this subject. So here I am doing
St.
my
Patrick's
research, and because I'm more open-minded to other beings in our galaxy, and being able to, teleport here, that's your problem.
Doesn't the jack-o'-lantern come from Ireland?
Yes. But we could do that on Christmas. We could do that on Halloween.
We could do that on Christmas.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Why not?
Yeah.
I think...
We did Krampus, Perry, like in December.
Anyways, like how I said in the beginning, the leprechauns were known to be like water spirits, which leads me to the next folklore story about them. They also said they were mermaids, because if you think of mermaids, they were known to pirates. They were known to be mischievous and play tricks on them. So yes, did you see that, Perry? Did you hear anything about that?
Did you see that leprechauns are mermaids? Did you look that one up? You didn't look that one up?
No.
I'm getting stink eye. I could tell from the live footage that I'm getting stink eye. Hold on, I'm going to look at.
Either did he, apparently.
Leprechauns are mermaids.
They're known as water spirits. So.
Wait, leprechauns are water spirits?
That's the research that I had got.
Wow.
This is all folklore.
Beautiful.
So there's stories that they were water spirits, which leads them to believe that they can shapeshift into a mermaid. So they're not actual mermaids. But think about it. If they're able to give a wish, an ability for someone to breathe underwater, why couldn't they do that themselves?
Well, sure. If you believe like the leprechauns, like if like it were true that leprechauns are doing what they're doing, like of course they could do anything, really.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they could even murder Jennifer Aniston. Did Jennifer Aniston get murdered in that movie? I don't know. Are leprechauns mermaids? We're at the point where we're looking up our leprechauns mermaid. That's where we're at.
That's
right now.
what's so great, I think, about leprechauns. It leaves so much mystery. And I think that's part of the fun.
Is the mystery?
Yeah. Just like fairies, like that's an episode I would really love to do because I definitely believe in fairies.
Of course.
But I feel like,
Tinkerbell?
if these beings, were here, they're probably getting captured by humans that were, somehow harming them. You know, because there's even like a story with the leprechauns that there's another folklore that the leprechauns were once gods and goddesses. That's probably where luck comes from. But the humans were the ones who took away their powers and they shrunk down over time.
Oh, so there's like giant leprechauns?
So they were at one point they didn't look like leprechauns, but then the humans, I forget the exact way the story goes. I forget what the humans do. I don't know if it's something with the
humans
the
fuck
four-leaf
something up
clover.
like they always do.
But yeah, and so it's like it just reminds me of too, like if mermaids are real. So Jeremy's calling.
I heard something.
We have a call.
Hold on.
Call from
Jim.
Jimbo.
Jim's calling.
What's up, Jimbo?
Send a voicemail. Press 2.
Jim.
My caller number 10.
Yeah, you win a beer.
Hey, if you got one wish from a leprechaun, what would it be?
I request Stairway to Heaven, please.
Okay. We don't have the rights to that. So.
I'm sorry. Can I dedicate it to Darlene?
Okay, sure. Darlene. This goes out to Darlene. Perry, can you ask this guy?
Hey.
Hello? Hey. Can you hear me?
Perry, I need you to screen him first. Can you screen him first? Can you screen him for us? I don't think this is Perry.
Who am I talking to? Hello. Jim, are you there?
Oh, there's a delay. There's a delay on this.
Oh, okay.
Am I supposed to turn on my radio?
You can turn off your radio.
We've been having issues all day.
No, he's making a radio joke. This guy's making a radio joke. He's just making a radio joke.
Okay,
Perry,
Jim.
God damn it, Perry. He's making a radio joke.
Shut up.
It's
We're
not landing.
talking about leprechauns.
Okay,
and
Perry,
I need Jim to back me up.
No, I need Perry to screen Jim. Perry, screen him.
Okay, Jim, what would you like to talk about today?
Oh, hi, yes. My boyfriend saw a leprechaun.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to talk.
I'm gonna leave.
Perry, put him on there. Perry, put him on there.
We're gonna put you on. We're gonna put you on the air. Okay, just hold on a minute, and we're gonna hear your story out right now.
Hey, Jake.
Chris, you ready?
Okay.
Hey, Jake, your boyfriend found a unicorn somewhere or something? I don't know. A leprechaun?
He dries out when he sees a leprechaun.
He dries out, or the leprechaun dries him out?
I think it's both.
Mm.
Did you guys ever talk about Frankenstein?
No.
Not yet.
No, we never talked about Frankenstein yet.
Don't
I think
spoil.
That's a better topic.
Okay, don't spoil anything. Okay, Jim, Jake, whatever your name is.
Jimbo. I call him Jimbo because I know him
Jimbo.
personally.
Chris,
Do you think that
viewers can't hear the
leprechauns
caller.
exist? Yeah, we know.
No.
The life.
Okay.
Do you?
All right. Is that a trick question? Did you forget who you're talking to? They're fucking real,
No,
and they're
I'm
extraterrestrials.
Oh, we're hanging up on this guy?
No, Jake.
No, we're going.
What?
We're keeping going with this.
Okay.
Do you really believe in do you believe in leprechauns?
I do.
Wholeheartedly. 100%.
I really do.
Full on board.
I don't believe that they're little green men. Like, you know,
They're little red men, according to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are red. She's right.
They were red.
Thanks for backing that up.
I don't believe in them, but she's right.
It's just a color.
But
it's a discrepancy in color. Okay.
And I think that they can shapeshift and they have the abilities to know maybe what you want them to look like. So I think everybody who sees them is slightly different. They see them in a different way.
My leprechaun looks like Jason Momoa.
Oh,
Take me under the sea, Jason Momoa. Please
Put the
take me under
top
the
hat
sea.
on
Oh.
and let's rock and roll.
Oh.
Mine looks like the guy from the actual movie's Leprechaun.
Dionne Warwick? What's his name? Dionne Warwick is not the right answer. That's a singer, right? Tina Turner?
I think he's really angry.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie, babes?
Leprechaun, I haven't seen it. I saw it when I was a teenager.
Oh, fuck.
I haven't
You don't
watched
know
it recently. It's just fucking scary. It's got like faint.
It's really good.
It's not scary.
He did some research on
It's scary.
the topic.
No, he
That's basically the only research I did was watching the movie.
Watching
You should
watching
watch it for
fake.
research purposes.
I actually got facts.
And that's
not
all I
on
needed.
I
got facts.
Leprechauns are not scary. There might be jokesters and stuff like that, but no, that's another bad representation for the Irish people. And you guys are all fucking Irish, so.
You said they drag people under the ocean.
Irish.
But look, they
I'm
did the
Indian.
right thing. I hear Alyssa.
So our father, let's
Can we talk about the Indian
let's
story?
pull the
'Cause
let's
it's
pull the
fucking
guys
hilarious.
let's pull this whole Jim thing off the Band-Aid is not the right phrase, but I'm going to say it off. Let's pull this off the Band-Aid, which is
Maybe
not
he
a
doesn't
saying.
want to be revealed.
Well, Jim, I'm related to Jim, and Jim, we share the same father, and our father was convinced that he was Native American for the longest fucking time, and he'd have all this Native American paraphernalia
Yes, I
and
do
talk
remember
about
that.
he was talking about his
whole
Native
room.
American pride.
Oh, Perry doesn't even know this then. I don't think Perry
And
knows.
how he's like he specifically named a fucking tribe.
He
Like, he's
said,
like,
yeah.
I am a member of the Shawnee tribe.
Because they were the
essentially.
region kind of by where he grew up.
Yeah, he just
right?
made it up. He guessed. He's like, this is around where I.
Shawnee. And I remember going to powwows with you and be
Yeah,
like,
he
oh
was
my
like-
God, this is your culture. There's the Shawnee. We should make outfits and come
Oh, I thought you
dance
were
with
gonna
them.
say something else.
And he was totally like, yeah. And then what happens when he does
And
23andMe?
he gets 23andMe. His Native American blood, a big old donut. And this is at 60 something, 70 something. It must have been he was in his 70s.
He showed me pictures of his like great grandma. Look at her high cheekbones. She just looked like a decaying old white woman. Because do you know like skeleton?
Hey.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like an old woman. Just like everybody's cheekbones. are
Everybody
showing
looked
when
like
you're,
shit back then.
100
Everybody
years
had
old.
everybody was at that age that picture you're talking about, the infamous picture. Everybody was pretty much falling apart. Yeah. Everybody was sunken in.
Yeah.
Because you had some weird fucking old timey disease.
Life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
No, 'cause you're chasing leprechauns.
Oh, if we were related to leprechauns.
you might be.
No.
I haven't taken a 23andMe, so I might be like
We should create
on.
we have a business here. Like we have a complete business. Like we could do a 23andMe that is not based. Like you could, for all like the people who are, I'll call them believers for lack of a better phrase. Like we could take your blood and we could tell you whether you're part Yeti, whether you have any Yeti DNA in you, or
That's, I'm going to get into the next
or
conspiracy
chupacabra.
theory with that.
Stop it.
Well,
What
no,
is your-
because,
government?
okay, there is DNA
the government doesn't know
that scientists do not know what to clarify it as, so they call it alien DNA.
But what does that got to do with Yetis?
That alien DNA, there's this extra like DNA that they don't know where to classify it. So could it be part Yeti? Could it be part leprechaun? Who the fuck
Chupacabra?
knows? They don't know how to do the research yet. We supposedly don't have the technology, which I think
My
we do.
Little Pony? I could be part My Little
Sorry,
Pony.
Alyssa, what were we going to say about the government? Or some
Government.
Government's in. 23andMe is controlled by the
Oh
government.
yeah, why do you think I
brother.
won't do a blood test?
What?
Because I
No,
believe I'm a
23andMe
star
is-
child, and they don't need to know that. They don't need to be checking my blood.
What? wait. You think that you're a part alien and you don't give blood because you don't want them to believe? You don't want them to find out that you're alien? What do you think they're gonna?
Because they'll do
Wow.
experiments on me.
She's not the only one that feels that way, Chris.
Perry, do you feel that way?
I always
He
thought
made
there
them
could have
try.
been a chance.
Hold on.
Perry, are you making fun of me?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, this is.
Jesus Christ!
Hey, when's
You know the song by
by
The Weeknd, Starboy? Like it calls to me. I'm a star girl.
You think The Weeknd's an alien and he's calling to you? He wrote that song for you,
Like he's out of this
telling you
world,
not to get
so
your blood
maybe.
drawn.
No,
Not
I
to get
really believe that.
pre-screened
I
for
believe
deadly
Calling all-
diseases.
So it's not only
Calling
just
all-star
that. Okay, you
children
guys,
is what he's doing in that
the
song.
craziness is you're gonna know what's going
Hold
on
on,
in my
wait.
head right now because it gets deeper than that.
We're already
I
deep
think
down the wormhole.
like I already think that like I'm part Jewish, and I'm like, well, what if? Because the Holy Grail. What if I'm related to Jesus? And they don't want to get that blood. They want to kill all the people that were related because whatever our bloodline is holy. So like, what if there's significant bloodlines that they're tracing back? Maybe of Egypt, like the Anunnaki. They're looking for a certain blood type, and so I'm always worried.
what,
like,
though?
Like, what if? Because maybe something in our DNA. does something to a different ability, or maybe they just want to kill us all off to make sure that race is completely done.
When you say blood drawn, do you mean like your local doctor's office?
No, I mean like for the 20.
Okay.
I feel like 23.
That's what I was like. I thought maybe you thought the doctor.
You know
would
what I
pass
don't
it on
like about the 23, the 23andMe. I feel like
okay, I'm back.
The thing that I don't like about it is that like whoever's done it. I don't know, Alyssa, have you done it, Jeremy?
Caller, have you done it? Caller.
No. So it's interesting.
Please
to
don't
me,
give him a name. Call him caller.
Everybody that I know that has done it, they've said that they'll like a year later, because it always is updating. They'll be like, wait, like last month it told me that I was Latino, whatever descent, and then now it's saying that I'm not, and it's like it modifies and changes, and I'm like, I think they're just fucking with us all. Like, oh yeah, you're part this, and now we're gonna say you're part that.
I'll tell you this. That 23andMe and me, to give you some leash, is 23andMe is definitely, if the government comes, and this is for criminal purposes, like if the government comes asking for your DNA, that's how they found the Golden State Killer, dude.
He did 23andMe.
He did, yeah. Essentially, that's how he did. You did like an ancestry thing.
What? Caller?
Nameless face. I'm sorry.
I'll take my question.
I saw that, Perry.
No, she was talking about the Night Stalker. She's talking about what you're saying.
Yeah, the Golden State Killer. That's how they found him. He took a 23andMe, and they're like, thank you very much.
Well, I'll let y'all know. I ain't trying to kill nobody, but I'm a little paranoid about.
It's a little sketchy that you don't want your blood on the file.
I don't.
Well, I'm just wondering what you're up to.
I don't. Is this I'm gonna make in the future?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh
I
my
feel
God.
like I don't know you anymore.
The Matrix.
I don't know my decision of calling in on the show.
You stayed up late, Jeremy. I'm proud of you.
Good job.
It's
Jim.
Yeah. Jim, wait, what's going on?
Oh, Jim.
Hey, Perry, can you ask this caller? Can you let him go? Are we on live? Are we live? And that's it, everybody.
You're so messed up.
What? He's my brother. Who gives a shit?
Oh my God.
Call in next time too. We love you, Jimbo. Jimbo. Oh
Jeremy.
no, Jimbo's calling again.
Hello, this is Patio Furniture.
What?
Back to the topic. Frankenstein.
Perry, why did you
Real or no?
Frankenstein, like bringing. Are you talking about doing like a necromance? Like you could totally do a necromance.
Of course, it's easy.
Yeah. You don't even have to. It doesn't have to be
Take
scientific.
a corpse that's
like,
not completely decomposed,
the crazy
and you just
scientists.
shock it up, and it's good.
Yeah. So you sell your soul to the
Frankenstein's
devil,
real?
and you could do everything.
Yep.
So
What
the
she
what's
said.
real?
Just
What
so
if Frankenstein's 23andMe would be a little off, though.
it would be just a clusterfuck. It depends on what sample you took. The arm would have a
Exactly,
different
yeah.
genealogy than the fucking leg. It'd be all over the map.
It could be Cherokee.
I don't know. Well, his toe is Cherokee, but his arm is Shawnee. So,
All right, guys.
all right,
Back to weather traffic.
back to the weather.
Leprechauns? Do you have anything
Yeah.
else to say? I mean, I know you guys
No.
were raised on your weird, like, Irish pride.
Okay, I have a question because I don't think we've ever had Jeremy on the line. I have on the first or second episode. I infamously talked about how I didn't think I was abducted. I thought I had a fucked up dream about aliens coming across the house.
Can I just talk to all my females out there really fast? Because I'm surrounded by men right
Hey,
now.
ladies.
See, men use fear as a coping mechanism, so they have to find a reason why, oh, it was a dream. Like, they can't face the reality that they potentially did really see an extraterrestrial. Like, it had to have been a dream, right? Or a spirit. Like, when something of a supernatural happens to him, it's always like he has to make a reason for it, where I'm like, where it's clear
It
as
must
day.
be Frankenstein.
Okay, so go ahead. Ask Jeremy if anything.
Did you have anything like that happen in the house where we grew up?
Not aliens, but I thought as a kid I saw something like in that back room with all that stuff is that.
Oh yeah, because
Like something.
our dad had creepy masks. That's why.
From all cultures.
He had
too.
it was a children's nightmare fuel. Is what it was.
It was before that?
Before the mass. This is like when I was like 6 and 7.
What did you
like
see?
It'd be a mist and like some red, like a red object.
Oh.
It was a mist and a red object.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, but I was as a kid. I saw a couple times, not one time, but a couple times.
Really?
And I was awake.
Wait a second. Oh, so it wasn't like I have a lot of like what do they call them? Waking nightmares or whatever the fuck they call them.
Jeremy, was that your room?
Night terrors.
Was that my what?
Was that your room? That back one behind, like by the garage? Whose room was that?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, it was in the back where the beach room is now. You would call it.
Nobody knows about the beach room.
So that was
room
your
that's mildly
room.
themed like a beach.
That was your room, and that's where you saw the
Not
thing.
the room being in
What?
No, the room reading in the garage. No one ever slept in there. It was always something in there.
It was always just random shit.
And as a kid, I thought it was like someone who possessed like their objects that they wanted.
Okay, wait. Did you and Chris share a room then?
For a hot spell, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, wait. I'm like confused because I'm like, you guys. There was 3 boys. Where did the other one sleep?
Backyard.
Yeah, in the doghouse.
Okay, so you saw this thing in that room from across the way from your room.
It wasn't an object. It was just like a mist and a red dot, and that was it. Not 2 eyes. It was a dot.
And you saw
almost
it,
like
you saw the
laser?
exact same thing. How soon after did you see it? Was it months? Was it years that you saw the exact same object in the room?
I don't know. I was like 6 years old. I don't remember.
But it was around the same time.
Yeah, something about the same time.
That's fucking cool.
Wow.
This is amazing.
Perry,
Okay,
did
let's see if Chris can debunk this. What was it, Chris?
I'm not going to debunk shit. I like that kind of stuff.
Well, it was in your house.
It's when you start saying leprechauns are running around town.
I'll say this, like, usually when I go in a house, I can get a vibe, and your house is warm in, like, even though it smells, you're growing up, the house was
smells
warm,
like warm trash
in the family living room. But when you go into the back room where all the bedrooms were, there is a presence of there's something, like there's a cold presence.
Oh, so you felt it too.
I felt
we should have a paranormal investigation there.
It just never was warm.
Okay.
But from what he's describing, that sounds like an extraterrestrial.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, wow, what? I thought you were going to say ghost. Ghost. You're going to say...
You have to remember that I believe that...
I don't think it's alien. I think it's somebody's possessions, and there's still like some energy attached to it. I don't believe in like seeing like Casper, but energy, oh yeah.
But I also believe that people get I'm going to say the word wrong. Screwed?
Well, people get screwed a lot, but... Misconstrued?
Misconstrued.
Shrewd?
Because I think that what we think might be a spirit could be just an extraterrestrial, and we're trying to... Because I truly feel like when we die, our soul leaves our body.
Aww.
There's no reason for us to be back here unless we're in a parallel universe, and somehow we cross back over. But from what you described, I'm going to look it up because I know that there's an extraterrestrial that looks like that.
She's going to look up her encyclopedia of ETs.
Yeah. There's a book. There's a golden book. I really want to do this episode, but because it's St. Patrick's Day. There's a book called it's called like the yellow book or the gold book, and it's all the different types of extraterrestrials.
Yeah, it's like because they like we used to like back when I was little, we had like the Star Wars encyclopedias where you collected a book that had all the different like cool Star Wars ships. Like this is just like all the cool aliens that people made up. I mean, are real.
Okay. Is it at my local library? That's what I want to know.
It should be.
I'll go check it out tomorrow.
Check it out.
Next year, supposedly, there's going to be some ETs that reveal themselves to us. I forget the name of them, but they're bluish. They don't look like cats, though, so don't start making Avatar jokes.
It'll be checked out by the local like tweaker homeless dude.
All right, Jeremy.
Anything
All
else,
right.
Jeremy? Any
All
other
right.
experiences?
No.
You want to shout out your OnlyFans page?
Yeah, I can do my link at the Instagram is onlybooze@library.com.
He wants to sell pictures of his butthole.
Themhairytitties.com.
You gonna have a leprechaun sucking out the titties?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Get
My
the
dress is
old-fashioned
leprechaun.
3-leaf clover.
You want next month is my Easter special. 2 eggs for one.
Get into your brown clover. All right. Goodbye.
This has gone down.
This is over. Goodbye. Perry, getting back to Perry. Did you have anything like that when you were growing up? Did you have any like ghosts, any kind of alien experiences when you were little? I know you said that you thought you were going to be taken away, but did you actually have any kind of like... I can't hear you. Oh, no.
Oh, my eyes are always in the sky.
Oh, God, he muted his mic again. No, we're not getting back. You're going to try to brush it off like nothing happened.
He's trying to be like
Professional?
poetic. No, he's trying to be poetic. My eyes are always in the sky.
I was always in the sky.
Yeah, always
Yeah.
looking up.
I'm always looking up.
Never down on my phone.
You can hold on. I'm gonna create an inspirational phrase. Hold on. You can never fall if you're looking up.
Anyways, Perry, was it you and Tanner that would tell me about the person's name Sal?
So Perry, for
Someone-
context, Perry has a brother named Tanner. Because people don't know who Tanner is.
He gets so mad when I start talking about one person. He's like, "Oh, they're not gonna know what we're talking
She's
about."
like, so
Who cares?
Philip, get this, Phil. Nobody knows what fucking Philip is. I don't even know what Philip is. We
Your
don't know
uncle,
Phil.
your
My
creepy uncle.
Okay, so for context, I have a creepy uncle named Phil. He drew some creepy pictures of us, and he's really into porno. And I used to work for Record Stores, which is dating me. And when I worked for that record store, he came in asking for a discount for pornography. Go ahead, babes.
We're actually.
I didn't give him the
talking to Perry.
discount. He bought the
we're
porno.
asking-
He bought his pornography
Can
full
you
price.
please
Thank
give
you.
Perry the stage?
Sorry.
God,
I don't
you're
give
such
discounts.
an attention whore.
You're gonna get pornography. You're gonna
Fucking
pay full price.
spotlight
Okay, I'm
on
not giving you
this
no
bitch.
fucking discount.
All right,
Okay.
Perry.
Sleaze, man.
There was a story.
Perry once came into Tower Records and he bought
porn.
pornography, I believe, within his underwear.
Did he really?
and
Did
his
you really?
wallet was contained in his underwear.
Did you really? Stop.
I don't remember.
He doesn't remember that, but he did that. He did that, and you paid full price too. Drop full bucks and drop the load later. Okay.
So Perry,
I did a lot of things.
Yeah.
other than the experience, I think you and Tanner had when you would go to some friends of yours' haunted house. Did you have anything like happen like growing up in your house?
Anything spooky?
We know obviously not your work because
You're gonna fight a ghost. That ghost is
Tanner's
scary.
mom
You.
did.
well,
Tanner's
I don't.
mom did?
What about
Tanner's
you? You
No, I've never had anything.
There you go.
I'm a see it till you believe it. So
What if can we spook
Nothing.
Perry into believing? Can we create like a fake?
It's
ghost?
going to happen.
Let's try to. Okay, Perry, don't listen to this. Okay, just tune out for a second.
just mute him.
So get this: we sneak into his house. We
mute yourselves.
put
Yeah, mute us.
put on a
Just gonna
couple.
let you
You
hear.
just Perry, just stop listening for a second, please. I think we wear some sheets or something, or we just like we throw some shit around and we really make Perry believe. How much do you think, Perry? How much do you?
Matt Elise would so be down too. Like she would totally.
Okay, Matt
help
Elise.
us with it. Yeah.
You would explain?
Oh, here we go.
I know.
I dropped another name.
Dropped another name bomb. What do you think it would take, Perry, for you to believe? Do you think, like, okay, in the world of like coffee cup falling over when nobody's around versus like, hey guys, I'm a ghost, like full on, like Victorian Shakespeare ghost, like, what would make you believe? What do you think your threshold of believing is?
Yeah, I would have to see it, and it would have to actually like touch me, and maybe like touch my head, and then I have some kind of premonition.
Why touch your head? Like,
Well,
why
it doesn't
couldn't I
have to
touch your
my head, it can touch
shoulder?
me anywhere. Like it just as long as it
As long as physical contact. Okay.
Come on, you've never
and I
had
get a
like.
chill them.
I feel like you need to open.
Oh, this is gonna be good, Perry.
I
Listen
am
up.
open to
No,
it.
no, I
Just open
really
up.
feel.
Deep, breathe deep.
I want them to come and
Okay.
prove
Breathe deep.
themselves.
Next time you're at work,
Breathe deep.
You need to talk just when you're alone. I don't know if you have to work like around a lot of people, but get there early, whatever, and talk to the spirits.
I spent the last hour by myself there.
Okay, let me just tell you something. Can I want to share with you a story. We went. Wait, were you with us? Remember that one time we went to Vegas a long time ago?
I don't know. I'm just picturing Perry at work.
I don't know if you were there. Maybe you weren't, but I want to say you were though. Anyways,
I was there one time.
Were you there or were you not
okay,
there?
do you remember? And you remember
question.
my girlfriend Susie, and she was with her weird ex-girlfriend. Anyways.
Oh, I didn't go to that one. I don't think.
So anyways, the Calico, you know how they have the old Calico on the way there, Ghost Town. So they have like the graveyard there. Do you remember? Did you go with us to that or no? Do you remember?
No.
Okay, so anyway, so we had gone and it was super creepy because it was like pitch black. It was like when we're coming home late one night from Vegas. Do you remember this?
I remember you being excited after the fact. I remember.
So we did, like back then, we didn't really have like
money.
Back in my day, no, we didn't have like the cell phone like picture. So we actually had to take it on like like a regular one. And when I went out there, they took their pictures. And then it was my turn, and they were kind of like far back where we were taking pictures, and so you can get like a full image of it behind you and put the flash on. When I went and talked to all the spirits there, and I was like, I'm not here to be disrespectful. I just want a picture. Thank you for letting me take a picture here. Like basically, like don't fuck with me. I won't fuck with you. Don't fuck with me. And so when I took my picture, there was orbs all around me. And in everybody else's picture, there wasn't. And I thought, like, I've always felt like I'm more sensitive to that stuff. I've always, like, I know that there's that fine line because I was really into the Ouija board. And I, like, crossed over, So I always feel like it's that fine line of, like, opening up that door and not being able to close it. But so that's where I am, where I'm like living on the edge, where I know what's on the other side, but I don't know how to like.
But what do you think is going to happen? Do you think they're going to like pull you down into?
No. I feel like it's going to be like, what's the movie? Like I See Dead People with the little kid. Yeah, so I feel like it's going to be like that. And
you're just going to befriend like an old Bruce Willis. Is that what you're thinking?
No, I feel like I could be a medium if I wanted to be, but because I just have that. I'm more sensitive, just naturally.
More of a large these days.
But also like because I'm more open-minded,
Is it about that? I mean, like being a medium, isn't it just kind of about deciding that you're a medium?
No, I think it's you have to be born with it. Like you have to, and that's maybe why Perry.
Can we talk to a medium, Perry? Can you line up a medium?
Yeah, we can work that out.
With medium,
a real one, Perry, not you dressed up as one.
Just wears a fancy hat.
I can see him like.
Can we take you to medium school? Would you go to medium school? Is there a medium school?
There might be.
There's got to be.
I think there is.
Yeah.
Can we all go to medium school? I want to go to.
No, but
school.
I want you to try that, Perry. I want you to talk to them, or you need to start. You should come over and we should start. Well, no, I don't want to play the Ouija board anymore. Those days are done. But start playing the Ouija board.
I'll play the Ouija board with you, Perry.
Not in our house though. You can make one with the double sign. I used to play by myself. This is all you do. I have a pencil. I'll show you. You make the devil sign. You grip it. Wait,
that's so
like
stupid.
This.
Making
and then you do it. You do it like this. I was addicted. I'm not even fucking with you. And then you just on a piece of paper. You could draw it out. You could find out like adding the things. And you just say, "Oh Ouija, are you with us?" And you say it 3 times. And I swear I could literally play by myself, and that shit would move without me moving. Like
by yourself?
By myself.
Okay. Honesty time by yourself.
I swear.
Okay, Perry, play by yourself and see what happens.
Okay,
but you have to believe.
I'm not allowed to play. I'm not allowed to play it here at my house.
Yeah.
Oh, you got
go in the parking lot.
Oh, you got a veto. Oh, no go, huh?
Oh, tell us why.
Tell us why. Give us the details.
I won't play it in my house either. I won't play at all. I was addicted.
Does she have a bad experience with it? Is that what happened?
I don't know if she's done it or not, but she's just like, that's a no-go.
Don't invite it in.
You can play it at your school.
I'll do it at work.
At your work, yeah. So it's funny because I was explaining
in the basement.
Perry's reputation at work. He's gonna be talking to himself, making Ouija boards. He's gonna be like, this guy is lost.
Look, he's doing it.
Harry, he's
There you go.
downstairs.
There you go. Don't. Madelisa's gonna get pissed.
Oh no! Oh no! It's happening.
He's downstairs in the basement holding a pen.
Shouting to himself, "Come at me!"
Oh my God! Shut up. No. So, but you know what's interesting is that when I shared my Ouija board story about like I was so addicted to it, it's like, have you ever been addicted to something, Perry?
Just heroin.
No, like alcohol, weed, cigarettes.
The
No.
way you said weed is like
Okay, so I don't even know how to compare it to. I
Such a narc.
because video games, I feel like it's a different type of addiction.
it's an addiction though.
But
too.
so-
I feel like I'm on the verge of being addicted to video games.
So I used to be addicted to cigarettes, and so I can compare the way that I felt for the Ouija board was like the way that I felt for cigarettes. It's like an itching desire that calls you, and you can't say no to it. And so I literally would play. And this is all like, this is not me just being ratchet. Like I shared this story with Susie, actually, one of our girlfriends. And she was like, oh my God, I was listening to a podcast, and that's exactly what they said in the podcast. It started to make me feel sexual towards it. Weird, but that's what it does. Because if it's a demon trying to possess you, if it's the devil, that's part of it. It just knows how to lure you. And so all of those feelings I was feeling are completely legit, and I was completely addicted to it. And then I feel like a good like spirit came through before the bad one like took over my soul, because the good one kept saying, he's coming. It was like writing it in when we were playing. And it was me and one of my really good friends in like 8th grade. This is like how bad I used to play, like that early on in my years. And it kept saying, he's coming. And it kept going to the goodbye. And I was like, well, who's coming? No, I need to know who's coming. And it just kept going to goodbye and goodbye. And so we erased it, started over, and then it was keep going to goodbye. And I was like, at that point, I was like, you know what? I think, and we used to play on one of those classic old school boards that wasn't like whatever,
Hasbro.
cardboard
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, it was like made out of some stone. After that, I was done. I was like, you know what? Like the
He's
addiction,
coming. Oh, he's coming again.
the feelings, everything I was feeling, like I just, and whoever came in, was crossing through, I think was saving me. So I don't know. I think it's fascinating and scary.
Fascinating.
And
Well, listen, I think we've talked all we need to know about
leprechauns.
Well, I have one more
Leprechauns.
thing to add.
What is that?
Yeah, leprechauns were spotted in Alabama.
What?
Yeah. A couple
Why are you
years
dropping that nugget? Like,
Oh my God, Perry! Did you just remember that?
and why Alabama? Why Alabama?
ago. Look it up.
No, tell us.
What-
Come
what-
on,
like,
go
what-
ahead.
The year was
what's the story?
1945.
What'd they look like?
Come on, spit it out. Hold on, I'm going to look it up right now. Leprechauns in Alabama. Leprechaun.
What are you looking at, Perry? Come on.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my God.
Leprechaun in Mobile, Alabama.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Born ready. I don't hear anything.
Oh, you don't?
No.
You don't hear anything?
I hear it. I'm putting on something.
Okay.
DC-15's Ryan Johnson has more. Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's private community.
Perry's, are you laughing?
Binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures. To me, it look like a leprechaun to me. I gotta do look up in the tree. Who else in the leprechaun say yeah? Eyewitnesses say the leprechaun only comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch.
We got to pull up the... Oh, we gotta get video capacity on this because this is.
For the image, my theory is this casting a shadow from the other limb.
What? Perry.
I believe this. They've seen it.
I can't. He might be a leprechaun.
Might be.
Where's the leprechaun? Is there actually footage?
I don't know.
This guy helping to direct traffic says he's forbidden.
All right, Brianna's had enough of this. She wants
Perry.
to talk about the quote unquote real.
Perry, I'm
leprechauns.
very disappointed.
I'm not. I'm overjoyed.
That was pretty convincing, though.
My cup runneth over on this
I'm
one.
about to go like on the field.
Can we go to Alabama to look for that leprechaun?
Put the shiny lights on?
I agree. We should.
All right. Well, this has been an episode of Extra Normal Podcast. Brianna, where can they find you?
Everywhere.
Okay, great. Perry?
Here, there, everywhere. On the
He doesn't
Ouija
want- he
board,
doesn't
you can
care.
find Perry.
Find Perry on the Ouija board. Find him in a random basement somewhere, shouting next to his coworkers about finding the ghost. Well, you can find us, the official page, Extra Normal Podcast on Instagram, Extra Normal P on Twitter. You can look us up on Facebook, Extra Normal Podcast. You can email us if you have any if you've seen a ghost when you were little, you saw an alien, you think a leprechaun is real, if you were in Alabama. Email us.
You know what? I want people to if they think leprechauns are real, or
I want those emails.
if my
Please send those
crazy
emails if you think
ideas
those-
sound
I
like
want
they could
them.
be legit. Yeah.
I want them to be real too.
Send me the emails, please. I want to hear from you. I beg of you. I want to hear your emails. extranormalpodcast@gmail.com is where you can get us. Follow us, on your favorite podcast machines. Make sure you like and subscribe this video if you end up watching it later. And this has been an episode. And I always say,
You didn't ask Perry where he could be fine.
I asked him and he shook his hand. He waved me off.
Oh.
He waved me
You
off.
can find him
I'm
right
in the
here.
process. I gotta. Yeah.
He's in the process of it. I gotta, yeah. So look for I gotta, yeah, soon. This has been an episode.
You can find me at, what's my Instagram? At Dr. Von Booger.
Dr. Von Booger. Find him on Dr. Von Booger. I always say,
And Perry C on
oh,
YouTube.
God damn it, Perry. God damn it.
You should check that out.
Yeah.
I always say,
I'm sure the listeners and viewers they just can't wait.
I always say, always be friends with something fun about unicorns. You got anything? And you usually say something else. Let's just get out of here. Fuck it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.